On the 11th of September, Explosive Pro Wrestling proudly presents Road to Glory, where Team Allstar takes on the Blackest Hour in the very first ever Riot Den match. This is part 2 of the countdown of Road to Glory.
This is too many of them. You want I should make the call?
What?
Make the call, man.
Yeah, do it.
Hey, man. Yeah, we need you, man.
So when I got the call, all I wanted to do was get back, and we had a plan, and the plan quite simply was get to Rick Sanders and send a message home, and that's exactly what we did.
So Brad West makes his grand return to Explosive Pro Wrestling, and he makes it at my expense. He attacks me, slams the back of my head into the canvas, trying to make a big point about coming back to Explosive Pro Wrestling to help his fellow teammates. When will Team Allstar realize when you mess with the Blackest Hour, people get hurt?
Which brings us to the very recent history of the Telethon Bash. This event was for charity. It was supposed to be a fun night for everyone, but nothing was going to stop the hatred and contempt between the Blackest Hour and Team Allstar. They had a battle royal they were supposed to take part in, and they couldn't even do that. They spilled it out of the ring. It went all over the building. Weapons got involved. Adrian Priest got put in the hospital. This thing reached a boiling point.
The Battle Royal was just another opportunity for us to lay out Team Allstar. As it happened, Adrian Priest got taken out, got put through a table, and sent off to hospital. Yet another sin committed against the Blackest Hour.
I told EPW, I told Brett Corbus, I said if you put both the teams into the Battle Royal, all hell is going to break loose, and that's exactly what happened.
It was lucky for Team Allstar that every member of the locker room came out and separated us after Adrian Priest was put through a table, because we were about to destroy you. You were seconds away from annihilation.
Board of directors, Brett Corbus is out here trying to make some order. This is mental! Explosive Pro Wrestling has just erupted into madness. This is a fundraiser for Telethon, for God's sake.
So Brett Corbus had to step in and say, this thing needs to be solved. It needs to be laid to rest once and for all. And the only way he thought they could do that was in a riot den.
Seeing as though the amount of chaos that was caused tonight, I say we surround the ring in riot fencing, throw in a whole heap of weapons, and let you have at EPW's first ever riot den match.
So what is a riot den? Well, it's not a cage around the ring. It is literally riot fencing around all of the ringside. It stops anybody from getting into the ringside and anybody from getting out.
EPW have devised this match quite simply because they can't contain us anymore. They need to put us in this riot den to get an answer, to figure out who's the best team. Not only to find out who the best team is, because at one level, yeah, everyone wants to know, but at another level, we hate each other and we want to tear each other apart.
If EPW think that by putting us in the most violent, destructive match ever created in EPW, you think that you're punishing us. You think that we aren't going to enjoy ourselves inside the riot den? The Blackest Hour thrive on pain and punishment.
It starts with 2 men inside of the riot den. Then every 2 minutes, another man joins the match until eventually all 8 wrestlers are inside the den. Now this is where it gets interesting, because at the 15-minute point, all hell breaks loose and the weapons are released into the match. So you've got 8 men, you've got handfuls of weapons. This thing is going to be guaranteed carnage.
We don't know what type of weapons EPW is going to supply for the Riot Den, but quite simply we don't care. We're going to use whatever they put in that den to our advantage. It doesn't matter, whatever it takes.
If they're giving us tables, they will be broken. If they give us chairs, they will be smashed against the head of every member of Team Allstar.
Now, knowing Team Allstar and the Blackest Hour as I do, at the 15-minute mark, I can only guess what sort of weapons are going to come out. I can imagine chairs, tables, basically anything that can be used as a weapon, anything that isn't nailed down, well, it's going to be thrown around and it's going to be hitting someone hard inside the Riot Den.
I can guarantee you that at the end of this match, it's not going to look like anybody's won. I mean, Team Allstar are going to win. We are going to prove that we are the best team in explosive pro wrestling, but we know that we're going to have to take a beating in the process to do so. And we don't care, we're ready for it.
Inside the Riot Den, bodies will be broken and blood will be spilt. And when it's all said and done, it will be the Blackest Hour standing. And Team Allstar destroyed once and for all.
It's all happening on the 11th of September at the Queen's Park Rec Centre. Explosive Pro Wrestling, Road to Glory. The very first ever Riot Den match, not only in EPW, but in the entire state of Western Australia. And if this thing is as out of control as I think it's going to be, it'll probably be the last one you'll ever see. Get all the details and your tickets from epwperth.com.
EPW have supplied the battleground, but make no mistake, the blood will not be on their hands, for it will be on the hands of the Blackest Hour. On September 11th, we will turn the Queen's Park Rec Centre into the final resting place of Team Allstar.
You cannot mentally prepare yourself for a match like this. All you can do is dig down deep and think about everything that brought you to this point. We have to think about everything the Blackest Hour have put us through. And then when we're in that Riot Den, we have to go through a table and stand up, take a chair to the head and fire back. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure not only are we the best team in EPW, that we're the only team in EPW.